Oh,
This is Roger Simon, reverse mortgage specialist at South Florida's Choice Mortgage Bank. I've found that reverse mortgages can be a very valuable financial vehicle for seniors. I truly changed their lives for the better. In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself, and it's certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation, of course, is different.
nothing's down. We're up.
Over and over. A reverse mortgage can solve many of the seniors'
Had some
financial
major
problems.
technical
It's
problems that I had to overcome.
allow you to age in place. And if you're a senior like me, that's a primary goal.
Oh my
By
goodness.
aging in place, I mean that you're financially able to stay in the
This
home
was
you
awful.
love for the
What
rest
just
of your
happened
life.
off the air.
So if you own your home with or
Awful.
without a mortgage, if you want to know
Yes,
how
I got
a reverse
YouTube up and
mortgage
running.
can change your life by giving you the financial freedom you need, find out how by giving me a call
Unreal.
anytime at 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. I look forward to hearing from you. Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender.
All right, we're coming back.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by Attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid
Oh, I was freaking out during the during that off-air period.
Attorney Barry Siegel. He will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs.
Oh boy, we're coming back, people.
In South Florida, including Boca Raton, Plantation, and Coral Springs. Call 1-855-FLA-3782. Listen to...
Oh yeah. Oh boy. Oh yes, major temporary derailing of the Trump train for the last 20. How long was I off the air? 20 minutes or more? I don't know. I just had a technical disaster happen on the program this morning, but I did fix it. It was not easy, but I fixed it. I'm so aggravated at Fox News Channel, at the Republicans in Congress. And then I have, and I can't even see straight. I'm so upset this morning. Then I have I'm kind of on a roll with what I was talking about. Phones were ringing, wasn't taking calls, and then this major technical snafu occurs, and everything's at a standstill. I shut down the live feeds because you would not have wanted, believe me. Well, I needed to use the devices to fix the problem. But the technical problem is fixed. Those were some of the most near stroke-inducing moments of my life the last 15 minutes. And it's going to remain one of a mystery because I'm not going to talk about what happened right now because it will give me a stroke. But I have fixed the problem. We were sabotaged. An attempted derailment of the Trump train. I was so upset in the last 15 minutes, I almost called the radio station, told them to put tape on, and just leave. Steve Kane Show. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. I have fixed the problem about 99% of the way. It's not 100% fixed, but it's fixed enough to get us through the show. I tell you, what the heck is going on? Can we get that Steve Kane cruise moved up to this weekend? I need a break. Can we leave today to the Cayman Islands? I need a freaking vacation. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. All of you contacted me the last 15 minutes on DM and email and Snapchat and the phone calls and all that stuff. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. But it was, I was okay. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, I guess I'm just going to have to start all the hell over again. Although the first half hour of the program was some great stuff. And if you go to my YouTube channel, Brian Craig on YouTube, you can catch that. But at the top of the hour, I'm going to start over. But I'd like to take your phone calls at 1-888-GO-CANE 1-888-465-2631. Yes, there was a saboteur. I'm not going to tell you what happened or how I fixed it or what's going on, but there was a saboteur trying to sabotage, a French word, right? Sabotage Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show. on our epic defense of our great president, the true whistleblower. Donald Trump is the whistleblower, and that's why he's being persecuted. No whistleblower protection for Trump, huh? I'm going to take a call, maybe two. We'll break for the top. I'll collect myself, and then the show will start again after the top of the hour break. I tell you, you have no freaking idea what it's like. This business, people, oh, you just come in and you yak for 3 hours. If you only knew. Good morning. Yeah.
I was trying to listen. Steve Hilton last night.
I know.
Asked
Yeah.
questions. Did you see his monologue?
No, I turned on the end of the show and he pissed me off when he talking to Kennedy, and but maybe redeem Steve Hilton in my mind. What was his monologue?
Steve Hilton said that basically what President Trump has done is not just Democrats, it's Republicans. Over the past since the Clintons, basically, the money, he's disrupting the money train. He's gone from he's trying to get from a global economy back to the jobs back here. Meanwhile, all these politicians in Washington D.C. go up there. They're getting enriched. Their families are being enriched. They're being enriched. Their friends are being enriched. It's a big money train that the President of the United States has tried to stop. They all have
Steve Kane Show.
They all have lobbyists. He was
Steve Kane
talking
Show.
about Nancy Pelosi, how she's made millions with
Steve Kane Show. Steve Kane Show. Hold on. Well, I'm so glad that Steve Hilton stated the complete obvious that we've all been talking about for 3 years. That's bro. Thank you, Steve Hilton. Well, is it? Gee whiz. I mean, I know he said it with a proper English accent to make it sound, more intelligent, but I am so upset about everything that's going on with Fox and everything. I'm so upset by it, and then I had this technical snafu that I'm afraid to talk. I don't know what word. I don't know what'll come out of my mouth. I'm so upset today. It was not that. It was not that. It was not that. It was something else. It was something else. There was a major sabotage done on this broadcast that I'm not going to tell you about. And I've told you too much. In fact, if it wasn't for the live stream, I wouldn't even let people know there was a sabotage operation going. But it was not what you think. There was the major sabotage. It has been corrected. I did fix it. I called Steve up during that. When I was just playing the Trump song, I was about to give up and tell him just, we're going to be off the air today. I can't even begin to look at this problem. And then as soon as I hung up the phone, I saw how to take care of the saboteur's attempted derailment of the Trump train here. But the look on my face, well, I'm not going to tell you about what it was, or but if there was a look on my face, it was just extreme rage inside of me, like you wouldn't believe. I need to go. All right, Richie, take care. Listen, it's 7:00 in the morning. We are going to take our break, and when we get back, I'm going to try to pretend that the last 35 minutes did not happen. And I'm going to start over because this is, it's Monday morning. I got a long week ahead of me with a long list of very important things I've got to do, including today, the second the show is over at 9. Got a lot going on. So I'm going to try to pretend the last 35 minutes did not happen. We'll be back after this. Steve Kane Show.
95.3 FM, W237BD, Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
I shut down YouTube. I had to shut down YouTube. I had to shut down YouTube to fix the problem because I had to use my device that I used to stream on.
Lab test now of Plantation, where they guarantee the lowest prices on all of their thousands of lab tests. PSA only $34. Full cholesterol lipid panel $28.
Steve Kane Show.
Complete thyroid panel $49. Diabetic A1.
Steve Kane Show.
Only $27. No doctor's order or prescription needed. All testing
What?
is always
I know.
anonymous
I know
and
it was. Yeah, I do.
confidential. In and
I know
out
that.
15 minutes or less.
Thank you. Thank
Those
you.
results take
Yes.
24 to 48 hours. Be sure to ask about their allergy testing, which includes micronutrient and environmental allergies, and vitamin deficiency test, drug testing, you name it. Any lab test now with Plantation, probably test for it. Any lab test
What happened off the air, it's hard to let it go. But you got to be a professional.
in the Jacaranda Plaza, in the corner of University Drive and Sunrise Boulevard in Plantation.
Got to collect myself.
954-916-1072. 954-916-1072. Online, labtestingplantation.com. Take control of your health with any lab test now of Plantation. 954-916-1072.
Right now, the U.S. is in the midst of a deadly opioid
Ugh.
epidemic. In South Florida alone, someone suffers an overdose every 2 hours.
What's
Either
the
from
story,
heroin,
Nick?
fentanyl, or
I'm
some
so
medication that's as
effing
close as
pissed
the
at
family
Fox
medicine
News.
cabinet. In fact,
I'm talking like Robert De Niro now.
is frequently
Fox
compared
News
to the horrors of
is the
hardcore
worst.
addiction down the road. Drug
They're the
problems,
lowest of the low.
left
They're as low as Adam
unattended
Schiff.
are
They are
only
just
gonna get
pond
worse.
scum,
This is
bottom
not
feeders,
something
scum
you
buckets.
can do on your own. You need expert professional help, and if your family is disintegrating in front of your eyes and you feel helpless, I'm here to tell you that help is available. Call my good friend Sal at the Edge Recovery, 561 area code.
I mean, I've just had it up to
4325. This is his personal cell phone.
I gotta collect myself.
4325. If your loved one refuses treatment, the Edge Recovery will conduct an intervention and get them into the treatment plan that they need. The Edge Recovery offers every option, from intervention to 30-day rehab to sober living to counseling with a licensed therapist.
No,
as well
he's
as
come
group
around.
therapy treatment. It's covered by most insurance, but no matter what your situation is, the Edge Recovery has options for you. Call Sal at the Edge Recovery. Do it today. 561 area code 523-4325. Again, that's Sal's
Lord.
personal cell phone. 561-523-4325.
This is Roger Simon, reverse mortgage specialist at South Florida's Choice Mortgage Bank. I've found that reverse mortgages can be a very valuable financial vehicle for seniors. I truly change their lives for the better. In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself, and it's certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation,
I tell ya.
is different, but I've found over and over that a reverse mortgage can solve many of the seniors' financial problems. It's a valuable tool to allow you to age in place. And if you're a senior like me, that's a primary goal. By aging in place, I mean that you're financially able to stay in the home you love for the rest of your life. So if you own your home, with or without a mortgage, if you want to know how a reverse mortgage can change
I've had
your
worse
life,
things
giving
happen.
you the financial freedom
But-
you need. Find out how by giving me a call anytime at 561-441-2730. That's 561.
I'm in a rage inside, man. I'm in a rage.
2730. I look forward to hearing.
I'm gonna be going Bruce Banner on everyone here.
Notice. Equal housing window NMLS 166254.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by
All right, here we go. Part 2.
We will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. This
Paul Ryan's a snake.
9 offices in South Florida, including Boca Raton, Plantation, and Coral Springs. Call 1-855-FLA.
He's Fox Business. That's
The
different.
opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly
Uh.
those of host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
The Steve Kane Show is live in Morning Drive, 6 till 9 a.m. weekdays, and overnights midnight till 6
All right, here we go. All righty, welcome, welcome. Hour number 2 has begun. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to Florida's longest running radio show, The Steve Kane Show, on the radio since 1977. Oh boy, now the first half hour of this broadcast was epic. You can go and watch it on my YouTube channel, Brian Craig on YouTube. Subscribe while you're there. The epic first half hour of the show today, followed by a derailment, temporary derail. We're back on the rails, we're back on the tracks, and we're good to go. Now, I got to tell you, if you're just tuning in, you missed a lot. I'm going to restate some of the things I mentioned in the beginning of the show. I'm still trying to calm down. Inside, I am fuming with rage like I've never had before with all that's going on here. All right, listen, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's the last day of September, and I woke up today and do all I do, and I get in front of my computer at home and start doing my show prep. And I put on in the background Fox News Channel, and let me tell you something here. I am more disgusted by Fox News Channel than I ever have been by MSNBC or CNN. What I heard on the Fox News Channel this morning was disgusting. And I am done with Fox News. I am done with Fox News. I don't care about Hannity, Judge Jeanine, and Tucker, and they need our support. I know that Mark Levin, who was a never-Trumper, has seen the light. I understand that, and I respect him and all of them. But Fox News needs to be sent a message. Let me tell you what happened and why they are the most disgusting. So I turned them on early. They have this live 4 a.m. show, and I turned it on just to see, because, hey, listen, we're in a national crisis here. We've got this whistleblower. His name is Donald Trump. Yeah, Stephen Miller said it over the weekend, but he's right on the money. The true whistleblower is Donald Trump. He's blowing the whistle on Biden. He's blowing the whistle on the whole swamp. No whistleblower protection for him. Donald Trump is the whistleblower. This impeachment and this phony whistleblower stuff that's going on, that's the coup. Donald Trump is the whistleblower. So I turn it on because I want to hear, maybe, we're in a national crisis right now. We're in a banana republic, basically. And I catch the end of Steve Hilton and then the beginning of their live Fox and Friends Screw Trump First show. And what I heard, first I hear Steve Hilton. Now, this was the end of Steve Hilton's show. And he goes to his panel with Kennedy and some others and asks them to go through how the impeachment process works. And that pissed me off. That pissed me off right there. Now, I understand Steve Hilton is a redcoat, although he's becoming an American citizen if he's not done it yet. And he may not understand the process because he wasn't born and raised in America. But we know how the impeachment process works. Scumbag Bill Clinton was impeached in '98, all over the television. And the question isn't how the impeachment process works. The question is, why is it happening? The question is, how is Adam Schiff allowed to make up dialogue and read it at the opening of a congressional hearing and not be held accountable? The question is, why is the president being spied on by people inside the White House, and they're giving the information to these other people to file phony whistleblower complaints? Those are the questions, Steve Hill, not how the impeachment process works. So I turned it off. I didn't want to hear that crap. So when this Fox and Friends Screw Trump First show comes on at 4, I listened to a little bit of that. And what I heard them do just made me so angry. And I don't let things get me angry very often. I don't. Because these are things we have very little control of. Okay? And things that I have no control of, I don't let get me angry. Because what's the point of that? So I'm hearing this discussion on Fox Live this morning, and they're talking to someone about how the impeachment will affect the markets and how the markets will be affected by Vice President Pence, who may be the president then, being the candidate. And I just freaking lost it. I just lost it. And this financial guy said, well, the two of you may be the only conservatives in Manhattan that are up. Okay, now that's what I'm talking about here. And why is Fox News worse than CNN, the Clinton News Network, or MS-13BC? Why are they worse? Because we know there are liberal whores and pimps over at those networks. We understand that. Fox News is number one in cable news, and they have a brand that is conservative. Okay? Bunch of never-Trumpers, but they have a brand that's conservative. They are using the credibility of the Fox News channel to push this coup, this impeachment. Now, it's being done for a lot of reasons. More than half of the people on Fox openly hate Trump. Okay? So that's a lot. A lot of it's personal. A lot of it is they have a vested interest in backing up their friends in the fake news media. Some of it is even ratings, because an impeachment vote, and then if they get their dream of an impeachment trial in the Senate, you know, that's huge ratings. Can you imagine having Donald Trump on trial in the United States Senate? We've got that sellout Chief Justice John Roberts presiding. It's like 1998 all over again. It's big money for him too. There's all kinds of reasons they want to impeach, and they're trying. And what Fox News is doing, in my opinion, as a viewer this morning, they're conditioning viewers, or at least attempting to condition viewers, to be prepared for an impeachment as if this president did something wrong. Donald Trump is the whistleblower. Stephen Miller said it. I want to give him credit because I didn't think of that. Stephen Miller said, I love Stephen Miller. He's awesome, and he came up with this. Donald Trump is the whistleblower. And that's why he's being persecuted, because he's draining the swamp. So I'm done with Fox News. I'm done with the cable news. I'm done with it. Screw them. I'd rather use I think I agree with Robert De Niro about Fox News for different reasons. Right? What De Niro said over the weekend to Brian Stelter. I'm agreeing with him. I'm done with Netflix. I'm done with Fox News. I'm done. I've canceled Netflix because of Robert De Niro. I mean, this is insanity, what we are seeing here. This is complete insanity. Now, what I was talking about in the beginning of the show, what we need a couple things. Number one, send a message to Fox. Let's make them number 2 in the ratings. I don't know if we could make him number 3, because no one watches MSNBC except friends and family of people on the air there. I would like to see Fox News lose their number 1 rated status for what they're doing. And the only way that could be done is if all of you and all of your friends and everyone on the Trump train turns it off 24 hours a day. Listen, I'm sorry, Hannity. Mark Levin was great over the weekend. I'm sorry, Mark Levin and Judge Jeanine and the rest. But they'll take the ratings of Levin and Judge Jeanine and the primetime lineup and spread it around and still call themselves number 1 in cable news. We need Fox News to lose their number 1 status, to send a message that we disapprove of what they're doing to the point where we're gone. So turn it off. Don't listen. Don't watch it. I'm serious. That's all we can do. I mean, that's not all we can do, but that's something we can do. Okay? If Fox News lost their status as number 1, that would send a powerful, powerful message. Here's the second thing that needs to be done. We need Rush Limbaugh, Sean Hannity, Mark Levin, Candace Owens, and all these top national conservatives to get together with our president and organize the most epic, the largest Trump rally to date, and it needs to be at the Washington Mall. It needs to be, if possible, in front of the Capitol building, if not, the Lincoln Memorial. There needs to be the largest Trump rally to date. It needs to be soon. It needs to be in D.C. because these Washingtonians in their bubble think everybody supports impeachment and hates Trump. We need to have all of the big national conservatives come out, all of them, with the president, have them all up there speaking, and have the president come out and have the biggest rally of rallies for the true whistleblower, Donald Trump. Could you imagine what message that would send? We need to have the largest, like the Million Man March. That's what we need. We need a Million Man March size event in Washington, D.C. We need to have the largest Trump rally ever. We need to have one of the largest gatherings in history in Washington, D.C. in support of this president. And all the conservatives nationwide, the national ones, need to get behind it. And I would even throw in that Ben Shapiro and Glenn Beck. Whatever it takes to get people to Washington. And it needs to be soon. That would send a message to Washington. They're promoting this poll. The majority of Americans support impeachment. Who the hell are they polling? Where are those pollings being done? The Green Room at MSNBC? Where are they doing these polls? These are things that need to be done, and they need to be done fast. Now, I want to hear your thoughts and your opinions. Call me on the air right now, live. It's a toll-free call from anywhere. I'm telling you, you could count on one hand how many times I've been angry on the air. You really can. Because I don't let things upset me that are out of my control. But this is enough. So I want to hear from you guys. Give me a call, toll-free from anywhere, no matter where you were listening, no matter where you were watching. 1-888-GO-KANE1. That's Kane with a K, Kane, and the number 1. 888-465-2631. 888-465-2631. That's a toll-free call. We will take our break and be right back.
My name is Todd Shallett. I'm a licensed and bonded public adjuster in the state of Florida. I work for Amerilos Incorporated. I'm the founder, and I've been working since 1993 as your public adjuster. Amerilos Incorporated has helped thousands of homeowners get tens of millions of dollars more than what their insurance companies paid them. We offer a second opinion on your claim. If you suffered damage from Hurricane Matthew, Irma, or Michael, it's not too late to get a second opinion and get the money that you deserve to get your house back.
Unreal.
I'm sure you'll agree that you want to work with someone that has experience in this industry. I've been doing
Now
this
the phone
since
should be working now.
1993, and our service is very valuable because if we don't get you any additional funds, there's no charge for what we do. Write this number down: 877-644-LOSS. That's 877-644-5677. If you had a loss, call Amerilos. One of our adjusters is standing by to make that valuable appointment with you. You deserve to get a second opinion. We work for you, not the insurance company. Call right now. 877-644-LOSS.
This is Roger Simon, reverse mortgage specialist at South Florida's Choice Mortgage Bank. I've found that reverse mortgages can be a very valuable financial vehicle for seniors. I truly change their lives for the better. In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself, and it's certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation, of course, is different, but I've found over and over that a reverse mortgage can solve many of a senior's financial problems. It's a valuable tool to allow you to age in place. And if you're a senior like me, that's a primary goal. By aging in place, I mean that you're financially able to stay in the home you love for the rest of your life. So if you own your home with or without a mortgage, and if you want to know how a reverse mortgage can change your life by giving you the financial freedom you need, find out how by giving me a call anytime at 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. I look forward to hearing from you.
I'm doing my best to be cool.
NMLS 166254.
For the best wings in this town, it's Wings Plus. Wings that are first grilled and then fried to make them extra crispy, served with blue cheese and celery. Try the Jamaican jerk, the lemon pepper wings, the honey mustard wings, the garlic wings.
Well, I have to do it for my job. I have to be informed.
That's Wings Plus.
You understand what I mean?
Located at 9880 Sample Road in Coral Springs with a politically elite meat.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WWNN.
Oh, boy. All right, we're back. I'm Brian. You know, a lot of people say, well, turn off the news. Well, I can't turn off the news completely because I have to be informed to do my job. And a lot of people will tell me, hey, if you don't watch Fox and they say you're not going to know what's going on. That's not true. There's other places to get the news. Follow the president on Twitter. You get all the news you need pretty much right there if you follow President Trump on Twitter. Fox News needs to be sent a message. I'm sorry to tell you, they've got to be sent a message, and that message is we are not going to support you. You're screwing us. You're screwing the president. You're part of a coup, and we're not going to support you, Fox News Channel. Turn it off. Turn it off. Don't even listen to it on your online, okay? Oh, boy. I tell you. All right, 1-888-GO-KANE-1. Those calling during the break. I'm sorry I didn't answer the phones. I'm still trying to cool off from the disastrous moments in the first hour. You know, Hillary is positioning herself to run now, if you've noticed. She gave an interview with Jane Pauley? Is Jane Pauley still around? Is this interview old with Jane Pauley? I saw this all over Twitter this morning. I didn't know Jane Pauley still did interviews. I didn't know she was still around. I mean, I knew she hadn't passed away, but I just was shocked. Jane Pauley talks to crooked Hillary.
I believe he knows he's an illegitimate president. He knows that there were a bunch of different reasons why the election turned out the way it did. And
oh, my goodness. Yeah, because people hate you. That's why Hillary Clinton. Oh, my goodness. I tell you. So she's going to run for president a third time. See, you know, this coup that's going on against the whistleblower, and again, the whistleblower is President Trump. See, what's going on here, people? This whole thing started with, it's Hillary Clinton. It's the Clintons are behind this whole thing. I was listening to, yes, Ben Shapiro over the weekend. I was listening to Ben Shapiro's show on Friday. And Ben Shapiro brought something up that's getting zero reporting. Zero reporting. It's even hard to get, you know, Ben Shapiro, by the way, doesn't talk as fast as he used to. I noticed he's taken that criticism to heart, and he speaks at almost a normal pace now, Ben Shapiro. But Ben Shapiro talked about, he said that now this was on Ben Shapiro's Friday podcast. Ben Shapiro said that about a month ago, Adam Schiff tweeted something to do with this phone call between the president and the Ukrainian president. And that is very interesting because a month ago, how would Adam Schiff have known about it? The phone call was classified. No documents had been turned over to his committee or to Congress whatsoever. Okay? So, how did Schiff know about the classified phone call before he was given the information. And what that tells us is this, is that Schiff was involved in this phony whistleblower and this spy inside the White House. It's more proof of a criminal conspiracy that's been going on for about a month that Schiff was a part of. Now this was on Ben Shapiro's podcast on Friday. And that shocked me to hear that. Where's that on television? There was a major conspiracy here. Donald Trump is the whistleblower. And, you know, President Trump, let me play some of this audio here. Hold on. Where's my Trump stuff? As upset as I am, when I labeled my audio sound bites today, they're not clearly labeled, and there's a lot of typos because I just couldn't type. I couldn't type. You know, I'm a very good typist. I actually took typing in high school. Computers weren't the thing. We didn't have word processors yet. I actually took a typing class in high school. I'm a pretty good typer. 10th grade class, yeah, that's right. I learned how to type. I was one of two men in the class. It was all girls. That's right, but I took it. That's the kind of class you want to be in, with all girls. But, yeah, so, I'm so upset I couldn't even type this morning. So, here's President Trump on the video.
What's going on now is the single greatest scam in the history of American politics. The Democrats want to take away your guns. They want to take away your health care. They want to take away your vote. They want to take away your freedom. They want to take away your judges. They want to take away everything. We can never let this happen. We're fighting to drain the swamp, and that's exactly what I'm doing. And you see why we have to do it. Because our country is at stake like never before. It's all very simple. They're trying to stop me because I'm fighting for you, and I'll never let that happen.
Yeah, he's right. They want to take our guns. They want to take our speech away. They want to take our border away. And they're trying to take our president away. Okay? And Donald Trump tweeted, I saw this yesterday. Let me see if I can find it, if I can even read at this point. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? I'm sorry I'm so upset. I really don't get upset at these things. I don't. Yeah, the president was tweeting a lot over the weekend. I'm looking for the tweet I want to read. He was on an epic Twitter storm yesterday. Here it is. 12 hours ago, President Trump. Like every American, I deserve to meet my accuser. Especially when this accuser, the so-called whistleblower, represented a perfect conversation with a foreign leader in a totally inaccurate and fraudulent way. Then Schiff made up what I actually said by lying to Congress. It's absolutely amazing. I'll answer the phones during the break. I'm not answering the phones right now. I'll answer the phones during the break, people. That's right. Donald Trump has a right to face his accuser, and he should. He goes on. His lies, I was talking about Schiff here, his lies were made in perhaps the most blatant and sinister manner ever seen in the great chamber of Congress. He, Schiff, wrote down and read terrible things, then said it was from the mouth of the President of the United States. I want Schiff questioned at the highest level for fraud and treason. That's the president's Twitter I'm reading from. He goes on. In addition, I want to meet not only my accuser, who presented second and third-hand information, but also the person who illegally gave this information, which was largely incorrect, to the, in quotation marks, whistleblower. Was this person spying on the U.S. president? Big consequences. That's right. You know, the whistleblower protection should only apply, or doesn't it only apply if it's a true story? They made a fraudulent whistleblower complaint. A fraudulent whistleblower complaint. Not a real one. Who is the spy inside the White House? The whistleblower knows. The whistleblower knows. And I'll tell you what President Trump should do. I'm serious about this. President Trump should gather a staff of his most closely and trusted people. That's it. And he should leave the White House or remove everyone from it. From the entire West Wing, shut it down. Only people that he has known for a long time and can trust should be working there. Everyone else should be gone. And anyone who was in that building prior to him being president should be gone. I don't care if it's a cook or a butler. They should be gone. There's a spy in the White House. They're spying on the President of the United States of America. They're conspiring with others, giving out privileged and classified information. Something needs to be done here. Something needs to be done here. There needs to be a major investigation done. Everyone with access to that phone call should be hauled in, questioned, and investigated. There's a spy in the White House spying on our president. These are the questions they're not talking about on Fox News. Now, I noticed in the chat rooms, the liberal trolls are out in full force today. This is part of the mobilization against our president. One troll told me they're going to unsubscribe to me on YouTube. Unsubscribe. Not going to push me around. Not going to control what I say because you're threatening to unsubscribe on YouTube. You'll still watch. That's interaction. I mean, think about this. There's a spy inside the White House conspiring with people outside the White House, giving classified information to those outside the White House. Where's the media on that? Let's take our bottom of the hour break. I'll answer the phones during the break, okay? Our number is toll-free 1-888-GO-CANE-1, 888-465-2631, 888-465-2631. We'll be right back.
Can invite you to come see the all-new Toyota of Hollywood. You know, for the past 4 years in a row, Toyota of Hollywood has been #1 in volume for Toyota sales in the southeast region of the United States. There are lots of places you can shop for a new car, but there is only one Toyota of Hollywood.
Not looking up anything. You look it up and call me and share it with me.
The service you receive at Toyota of Hollywood is second to none. No high-pressure sales, no hassle, no haggling, just the best deal on the brand new Toyota of your choice. At Toyota of Hollywood, there is a full line of new and pre-owned Toyotas sure to meet the needs of you and your family. I drive a Sienna van. Plenty of room, not only for the kids, but for the grandkids as well. It's roomy, it's comfortable.
Rough day.
It drives like a dream. And then there's my favorite model of Toyota, the Camry. I've owned 3 of them over the years, and boy, are they made to last. That's right. You take care of your Toyota, it will take care of you. Then, of course, as a starter car for the kids in college, the fabulous Corolla, the ultimate in driving efficiency, priced perfectly for that first car. When you shop at Toyota of Hollywood, make sure you ask for Steve Ostrov. That's right, he's the GM. He's a big Steve Kane fan, and he is going to give you the deal of a lifetime. The new Toyota of Hollywood, 400,000 square feet with the most gorgeous Toyota automobiles you have ever seen. Located between Sheridan Street and Hollywood Boulevard on Highway 441, open till midnight. Tell them Steve Kane sent you.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, the inventor of MyPillow, and like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. Pillows would go flat, I would flip-flop all night long, I would wake up with a sore neck, maybe a headache, or feel like I needed a nap even though I slept 8 hours. When I invented MyPillow, I wanted it to where you can move the patented fill to give you the exact support you need as an individual, regardless of sleep position. MyPillow will get you into that deep sleep faster, and you will stay there longer. It's not about how much time we spend in bed, it's about how much of that quality sleep we get. I do all of my own manufacturing.
manufacturing right here in the United States. I have a 10-year warranty. You can wash and dry my pillow, and I give you a 60-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. And here's my best offer ever.
For a limited time, go to mypillow.com and Mike will give you 2 MyPillow premium pillows for one low price. And you will also receive free shipping when you use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, or call 1-800-716-4879 and give them promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, and receive 2 MyPillow premium pillows for one low price. Again, use the promo code KANE, K-A-N-E, at mypillow.com or 1-800-716-4879 for this fantastic offer.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. The Siegel Law Group, with 9 offices in South Florida, including Boca Raton, Plantation, and Coral Springs. Call 1-855-FLA-3782.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio.
All right, we are back. Oh man, what a rough day. This is one of the roughest days ever for me on the radio. Welcome back. My name is Brian Craig. You are listening to the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest running radio show, on the radio since 1977 when Jimmy Carter was president and Star Wars was in theaters, and still going strong today in 2019. Welcome one and all. So we're talking about this coup. I was quoting Stephen Miller right on the money. The real whistleblower is Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the whistleblower. He is draining the swamp. Now, it was reported, was it 60 Minutes who broke this story? It was reported yesterday that the whistleblower is under some type of federal protection, not out of fear of their safety, but out of fear of their identity being revealed. Okay. You know, I am not in favor of right now revealing the identity of the whistleblower. But I do agree. Now, what do you think about this? 1-888-GO-KANE-1. Does the president have a right to face his accuser, the whistleblower? I think he does. I think he does. You know, protect the whistleblower's identity for now, fine. But bring them to the president. Who is the spy that gave them information? It's inside the White House. That's right. I mean, come on. You know, this should concern all Americans that we have someone spying on the president of the United States in the White House. You know, Bill Clinton fired a Secret Service man once over Monica Lewinsky. And what had happened is towards the end of the affair between Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky showed up at the White House gate one day to be let in to see the president, President Clinton. And the Secret Service man would not let her in. And told her that the president was with Eleanor Mondale. Remember Eleanor Mondale? She was on E! Entertainment Television. She was the daughter of Vice President Mondale. Eleanor Mondale passed away a few years ago of cancer. She was a pretty good-looking woman. And Monica Lewinsky went nuts at the Secret Service agent because when they told her that President Clinton was with Eleanor Mondale, Monica Lewinsky knew exactly what that was about, right? And she had a freak out. Bill Clinton fired the Secret Service man, and in his Paula Jones deposition was asked about it. And he talked about how he fired it was a uniformed Secret Service agent, and President Clinton talked about he fired him because he was telling people information about the President of the United States, and people should not have that. Bill Clinton said people should not be telling other people, who the President of the United States is meeting with or speaking with, and he fired him on the spot. And you know, even though it involves scummy stuff, Eleanor Mondale, Monica Lewinsky, everyone agreed that, yeah, It's privileged who the president meets with and who the president talks to. Okay? And it should not be revealed. No one defended that Secret Service agent who was fired. He was a uniformed Secret Service agent by Bill Clinton. And that's very similar to what's going on right here and right now with this president. We have a spy in the White House giving people classified information. You know, and the way this operation worked, why isn't the spy the whistleblower, right? Isn't that something? They gave it to a third party. It was like when it sounds like a Comey operation, doesn't it? Comey didn't want to leak to the New York Times, so he gave information. He gave government information to a friend of his to leak to the New York Times. Remember that? Right. Why is the whistleblower not the spy in the White House? Why did they pass it off to a third party? How did Adam Schiff know about this a month ago? These are all questions that the media are not asking. And these are all questions that should be asked. You know, Friday, Rush said there's a cold civil war going on in this country. I don't think so. I don't think there's a civil war. I think the vast majority of the people are behind Trump. There's perhaps some type of civil war within the government to who's going to control the government. Okay, the media, the establishment, and everything are working against Trump, and there's division and there's fighting there. But there's not this country is not equally divided. I know you got New York City, you got California, but the rest of the country are pretty strongly behind this guy. And this poll that they're promoting all the time on all the cable news, it shows the majority of the American people support impeachment. I mean, who are these people that they're polling? Oh my goodness, this is just, we're still having technical problems here. I thought I worked out the technical problems. I'm still having technical problems, and I just can't fix it during the show. It's disgusting what I'm facing here. This is really disgusting what's going on here this morning. Not just the impeachment, the technical problems that I have going on right now. Yeah, it's a fake poll. So this poll that shows the majority of the American people support the impeachment of the president, okay? That tells you everything you need to know about all the polls. This is why I don't follow polls. This is why I don't trust polls. That's why I don't talk about polls. All these polls are meant, what's going on in the media with the poll that they're talking about, majority supporting the impeachment and all the rest. What this is about is propaganda. They're conditioning the American people. They're brainwashing the American people into thinking that the president did something wrong, that the impeachment is popular, that the majority of the people in this country are behind the impeachment. Remember what Goebbels said? He said it in German, so, I don't know if it rang as much in German. It was as catchy as it is in English. But repeat a lie often enough, and people will believe it. And that's what they're doing right now. And they're using Fox News to do it. I'm glad Mark Levin has come around, because I was always a big fan of Mark Levin. And Mark Levin was a never-Trumper, okay? And he's obviously no longer a never-Trumper. He did some good stuff over the weekend on Fox News. And that exchange between Mark Levin and Ed Henry was pretty epic. There's a civil war going on at Fox News, I'll tell you. And Mark Levin was on a tear with Ed Henry over the weekend where, that's another one of those little exchanges that is, believe me, over the weekend on Fox News Channel, after that Levin-Ed Henry exchange, there were lots of discussion with upper management being bothered over the weekend at Martha's Vineyard or wherever these people hang out at on the weekends about what happened. Believe me, there is a major fight going on at Fox News between the news division and the opinion division, okay? And it's a fight that, I'd love to see that one. That's the one they should make a movie about. There were some epic battles going on behind the scenes at Fox News. They're like you've probably never seen before in mainstream corporate America, because there's a fight going on here. And it's a pretty big one. And when I saw Mark Levin doesn't seem to care. if Fox News gets rid of him. He doesn't seem to care. He's got his radio show. He's got that online thing with Beck. He doesn't seem to care. But I promise you, there is no civil war in this country. This country is not divided over Trump. The country is behind Trump. Trump's the one that's doing what the NFL can't do, right? Filling up stadiums every weekend. All right, listen, we will take our last break of the second hour. We're having all kinds of technical problems. I will answer the phones during the break only today because of the technical problems, by the way. But the show must go on, people. The show must go on and will go on. My name is Brian Craig. This is the Steve Kane Radio Show, Florida's longest-running radio show. We'll be right back. I need, part of the technical problem involved a bunch of things. One of them is the phones. So I need some of you guys to call during the break so I can do a test on the issue to see if I fixed it. I can't tell during the segments. That's why I've not been answering the phone. So if you could call now, I could fix the problem, perhaps.
In response to the X39 patch, work with your own body's energy. X39 has the capacity to reset more than 4,000 genes to a healthier, younger state. Go to MikeX39@yahoo.com, MikeX39@yahoo.com, or call 954-347.
Steve Kane Show.
954-347-7645.
Steve Kane Show. Oh, it's working. I got it working. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hold on. All right, appreciate it.
For your tires. Go easy on your
Steve Kane Show.
Buy your tires at Friendly Tire of Margate, where they have all the major name brand tires like Goodyear and Firestone.
Good. Okay, it looks like I might have it fixed. Can one more person call? One more. I think I got it fixed. I need a different person. Steve Kane Show.
Tires for my daughter Emily's car, $135.
Steve Kane Show.
Around town. Friendly Tire, only $65.
Oh, got it fixed. Thank you very much. Thanks. Got it.
Those prices are
Steve Kane Show.
on the road. Free mounting and balancing.
Steve Kane Show.
Added charges. Friendly Tire have a
Oh, great. Got it fixed. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Okay. Got it fixed. Oh, good. Steve Kane Show. Steve Kane Show. Oh, got it fixed. Great. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Thank you. I got it fixed. Oh, thank you. It's fixed.
And I'm here to tell you about my current work at the Boca Raton Center for Age Back. Today, it seems like everyone and his grandmother is practicing hormone replacement, in many cases without the proper experience or training.
Rough morning. Rough morning.
You have lost your desire for sex, feel sluggish and run down, and are having difficulty controlling your weight. You are suffering just a few of the symptoms of the aging process. At the Boca Raton Center for Age Management, we specialize in hormone replacement therapy. Our experience with age management is unparalleled in South Florida. In 2005, we revolutionized hormone therapy by introducing implantable hormone pellets, which can balance your hormones for up to 6 months at a time. For more information...
Thanks, guys, for helping. No more calls. Well, you can call if you want to talk, but I don't need any more tech support calls.
At 561-953-5490. 561-953-5490.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on
Oh, boy. All right. Looks like we got all the tech stuff worked out. Took an hour and a half, but we did it live on the air while I'm broadcasting. So, yeah, you try to fix technical problems while you're broadcasting live on the radio. It ain't easy, people. It ain't easy. I need that Steve Kane cruise. I need it bad because I'm about to have a stroke this morning. Welcome back, one and all. I want to talk to those of you in the list. We got it all fixed just in time. Steve's walking in. Had everything fixed for Steve. Me, I'm here on my own, screwed with nothing working. But that's okay. I got it fixed. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. Let me tell you something. When you're on the air and you're here by yourself, you got a technical problem. There's nothing more frustrating. But I feel relief now that it's fixed. And actually, some people in the listening audience during the break helped me fix it. So thank you. Yes. So I want to talk to those of you out there in the listening audience that are Medicare recipients. This is very important because tomorrow is October 1st. Do you know what October 1st is? First day of open enrollment for Medicare recipients. And if you are a Medicare recipient or you're about to become one, because you may be turning 65, the open enrollment period is the only time of year you can make changes to your Medicare policy. And each and every year, there are massive changes to both Medicare and to what your doctors accept, okay? So you want to call Debbie over at I Will Advisors. Open enrollment begins tomorrow, but call her today, okay? Have her review your Medicare policy, and she'll be able to help you, okay? You want to have her review it to check out a bunch of things. One, is your primary care physician covered on your current policy for next year? Do you see specialists? You want to make sure your specialists are covered on your Medicare policy for next year. You want to make sure that your pharmacy, the one you go to all the time, is covered on your policy next year. Because with these changes, all of these things can happen, right? You could find out, if you don't call or make changes, that next year your pharmacy isn't covered, your specialist isn't covered, your primary is not covered, and you are screwed too, like me with the technical problems this morning. But you know what? The difference is you won't be able to fix it. Because if you don't make changes during the open enrollment time, it's too bad. You got to wait till next time, which will be a year away. So call Debbie at I Will Advisors. If you're local here in South Florida and you can't make it to Debbie's office, that's no problem. She'll come to you at your home or a coffee shop or somewhere. Now, if you're outside of South Florida but still in Florida, Debbie can help you. She can't come to you if you're in the Panhandle or Key West, but she will help you. So if you are in the state of Florida, from Key West all the way up through the Panhandle, call I Will Advisors. They can help you too. It costs you nothing. Oh, did I mention also, make sure you're not paying too much. A lot of you have supplements, part this, part that. I don't know about all that. I'm not on Medicare, and I'm not a Medicare insurance expert like Debbie at I Will Advisors. Make sure you're not paying too much. You may be paying for a part, this or that you don't even need. Okay, now here's her number. If you miss it, it's at stevekaneshow.com, or you can contact me off the air, and I'll give it to you. 954-753. 954-753-8080. Call right now. If you're an overnight listener, call in the middle of the night. Leave a message. They will call you back. 954-753-8080. 954-753-8080. All right, so what's going on here, I realized this over the weekend with this massive coup. I mean, this is not a new coup. It's a continuation of the same coup. And as I was talking in the last segment, I came to realize that this sounds like a J. Edgar Comey operation. And just let me recap that, and I'll tell you what's going on here with this other, because I'm putting together pieces of the puzzle. And now that I got my technical things worked out, I'm thinking more clearly, because I was pretty angry the last 90 minutes. And when you're angry, it's hard to think, broadcasting, pissed off, trying to fix things, it's hard to think clearly. And everything is starting to become crystal clear to me. This looks like a Comey operation, and let me tell you how. The whistleblower is not the spy in the White House. It's this third party. Why did the whistleblower not why was the whistleblower not the spy? And the reason I say this looks like a Comey operation, this is how Comey rolls. Comey was leaking things to the press, to the New York Times. He bragged about it at the congressional hearings. He didn't do it himself. He took the government documents and gave them to a third party, and they turned them in, right? And, the way that criminals and people like that operate is they have a pattern. They operate the same way, a way they're comfortable with, a system, right? Whether they're a burglar or a car thief or a coup conspirator. So the way this whistleblower thing went down is very much like Comey's operation with media leaks. So he should be on the top of the suspect list. But I realized over the weekend that the big picture is it's a Hillary Clinton operation. The Clintons are behind all of this because this interview that Hillary Clinton did with Jane Pauley. Now, I didn't know that Jane Pauley still did interviews. I thought Jane Pauley was retired at Martha's Vineyard or something. Listen.
I believe he knows he's an illegitimate president. He knows that there were a bunch of different reasons why the election turned out the way it did.
Yeah, because the people hate you. But
push you the worst candidate to ever run for any office.
Pretty bad, yeah. So the Clinton, Hillary over the weekend she hasn't said it yet, but she's making moves to announce that she's going to be the savior. Joe Biden's done. The other ones are not credible candidates.
Can he possibly get that lucky?
That's what's going on here. And when you look at this impeachment coup that Adam Schiff is a part of and everything else that's going on, it's a Clinton operation. They're part of the operation. The Clinton people, the people that were at the Javits Center that night that thought that they were going to be chief of staff and senior advisor and White House spokesman. It's the Clinton people that are behind this, and it's becoming more obvious as time goes on, and as far as I can see.
One of the factors that contributes to that possibility is when you look at the sorry-ass collection of candidates the Democrats are running, and nobody's really talking about getting anyone in there that could win the thing.
Yeah.
These people are all just major losers.
Yeah.
So there's no way they could even compete. And the fact that the Democrats are prepared to sit still, apparently, at this point, and choose from this sorry list indicates to me there may very well be something behind
Well,
this.
yeah.
They may be holding a place for it.
Yeah.
As bizarre as that sounds.
No, it's what's going on.
I mean,
I know it's crazy, but it's what's going on. And she's desperate now because this is it for her. I mean, she's about 83 years old right now.
This was it for her last time.
Yeah, well, she's aware. She's not very self-aware, Hillary, but she's aware that because of her age, if she doesn't do it this time, it's over. And did you see the airport video with Adam Schiff?
No.
Of course not. See, this is why you got to turn off Fox News. You got to turn off Fox News.
Turn on the Steve Kane show.
I'm telling you, you got to turn off Fox News. They're not. Adam Schiff was at an airport, and there was just a regular guy walking through the airport, and he took out his iPhone and went and confronted Schiff about that lie that he told. Well, I'm going to play it for you. He just had a question. He goes up to Adam Schiff at the airport, and this is actually very historic because it's the first time that there was a camera rolling and pointed towards Adam Schiff that he didn't want to talk to the camera. Oh. Usually this guy loves cameras. So this is just a regular guy. He's at the airport. He sees Adam Schiff, and he goes up and asks him about that lie that he told opening up the hearing the other day. Listen.
Hey, so why did you lie to Congress and the committee the other day on TV? Why did you make it up?
Here for a wedding, how about...
It doesn't matter. When I'm at home to watch...
Really, not just to talk to you. Right?
Why don't you just tell the truth when you're on TV? About Trump, huh? You gotta lie about it?
Yeah, have a nice day. So, yeah, and if you see that video, go look for it online. I tweeted it. Schiff's not happy with that. That's not what he's used to. You're supposed to go up and, hug him and thank him and, give him a happy ending and tell him what great work he's doing to save our democracy. And that should be a lead video everywhere. The video is very high quality on an iPhone. It should be on television all over, and it's not. The other thing, Trump talked about this, and this guy mentioned it. Adam Schiff lied to Congress. That's as opposed to sitting around with Kennedy last night, Steve Hilton, and asking how the impeachment process works, there are other questions that really should be asked. And one of the questions is, what penalty will Adam Schiff face for lying to Congress? Adam Schiff lied to Congress. And, the only reason he admitted that transcript was one that he wrote and not an actual transcript of the call is because he was called out on it. If no one would have called him out on it, he never would have corrected that. All right, listen, it's 8 o'clock. Steve's here. We got 1 hour to go. Everything is working, so it's rough morning.
Everything is working except our government.
Yeah, I know, exactly.
The government is collapsing, but
exactly.
we're working.
No, the government's working, and we'll come back with the third and final hour. Our number toll-free, 1-888-GO-CANE-1. We'll be right back.
1470 is WWNN Pompano Beach and 95.3 FM W237BD Boca Raton, the Health and Wealth Radio Network.
Hello, my name is Todd Shallett, Florida licensed and bonded public adjuster in the state of Florida. I work for Amerilos Incorporated. I'm the founder, and I've been working since 1993 as your public adjuster. Amerilos Incorporated has helped thousands of homeowners get tens of millions of dollars more than what their insurance companies pay them. We offer a second opinion on your claim. If you suffer damage from Hurricane Matthew, Irma, or Michael, it's not too late to get a second opinion and get the money that you deserve to get your house back in shape again.
That one,
You want to work with someone that has experience in this industry. I've been doing this
that
since
one's the
1993, and our service is very valuable. Because
The other guy, you want to wait till tomorrow with that because of the weekend thing.
Write this number down.
But I'll make sure. You got to call him tomorrow.
LOSS. That's 877-644-5677. If you had a loss, call Amerilos. One of our adjusters is standing by to make that valuable appointment with you. You deserve to get a second opinion. We work for you, not the insurance company. Call right now. 877-644-LOSS.
Todd Shallett, Florida license number 823-9272.
This is Roger Simon, reverse mortgage specialist at South Florida's Choice Mortgage Bank. I've found that reverse mortgages can be a very valuable financial vehicle for seniors. I truly change their lives for the better. In fact, I have a reverse mortgage myself, and it's certainly improved my life. Everyone's situation, of course, is different, but I've found over and over that a reverse mortgage can solve many of a senior's financial problems. It's a valuable tool to allow you to age in place. And if you're a senior like me, that's a primary goal. By aging in place, I mean that you're financially able to stay in the home you love for the rest of your life. So if you own your home with or without a mortgage, and if you want to know how a reverse mortgage can change your life by giving you the financial freedom you need, find out how by giving me a call anytime at 561-441-2730. That's 561-441-2730. I look forward to hearing from you.
Rates and terms subject to change daily without notice. Equal housing lender NMLS 166254. Hey guys, Brian here. Are you 30 years of age or older? If you are, you have low T. That's low testosterone. Don't worry, nothing's wrong with you. We all have low T. It's part of the aging process. That's why you get more tired than you used to. You want to take naps. The heat bothers you more than it did. And your sex life, well, I don't have to tell you about that, do I? Life doesn't have to be that way, though. Call my anti-aging doctor, Dr. Mitch Matez, at 561-953-5490. Talk to him about hormone replacement therapy. Hormone replacement therapy
Missed the call.
will give your energy back. You're going to feel better. You're going to be more productive. And your sex life and sex drive will be back like it was when you were 25. It's a free consultation with Dr. Matez, but you have to tell him you heard about him on the radio. 561-953-5490. 561-953-5490. Online, hormonetherapybocaratone.com.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by Attorney Barry
Steve Kane
Siegel
Show.
at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid probate with
Steve
a
Kane Show.
revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with Attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a
I've heard that
$100
too. I'm not
gift
sure that's true.
certificate to
All right, thanks.
Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. The Siegel Law Group, with 9 offices in South Florida, including Boca Raton, Plantation, and Coral Springs. Call 1-855-FLA-3782.
The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
The Steve Kane Show is live in Morning Drive, 6 till 9 a.m. weekdays, and overnights, midnight till 6 a.m., 7 nights a week. To call the show toll free, 1-888-GO-KANE, 1.
All right, we are back. A very good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. The country is, these are perilous times. I mean, there's no way of getting around it. Give you an idea, a typical weekend with Brian and I'll see some stuff on television. I'm a worrier. And Brian will tell you, and I'll call Brian on the phone, I'll say, did you see this? And this is scary, what's going to happen, and Brian's role in this, I mean, his head all the time, this is one of the things I love about Brian. Don't worry, Steve, relax, it's going to be fine, and up till this point, he has been right, things always do work out. you know, my standing offer, you know, what has Trump ever done that backfired on him or that, you know, caused lasting damage to his campaign? And up to this point, nobody has been able to come up with anything. And Brian reminds me of that, and he keeps my spirits up, you know. I called Brian in the middle of this weekend, and with my usual, I'm saying, you know, have you watching Fox? Are you seeing what's going on? And what was it? What was your?
No, I wasn't watching it over the weekend. I was taking a break from it.
No, you
I caught some of it on Saturday.
told me when I called, not to, that you were afraid, that it was scary.
Oh no. Not, I mean, like afraid they're going to remove him from office.
Well,
What's scary to me? What's scary? No, okay, I didn't tell you what scared me. What scares me is this: is that Fox News? What Fox News is doing is I was talking about this earlier. Is worse than CNN or MSNBC, because we know that CNN and MSNBC, we know what they're about. Fox News, I heard a discussion early this morning on Fox News. I'm done with Fox News. I'm not watching it anymore. I don't care about Levin and all this stuff. This is that Fox and Friends Screw Trump early in the morning show they do live, you know? No, it's not. They're pimps and whores over there too. They have a guy on who is this was early this morning, you know, who's a financial guy. And the discussion is, it started with how the impeachment will affect the stock market. And then the discussion morphed into how the stock market will be impeached with Pence as the 2020 nominee as opposed to Trump. They're using their brand as conservatives, the credibility they have with conservatives, to push this impeachment narrative. I didn't hear any of them talk about Schiff lying to Congress. I didn't hear them talking about how not only did Schiff lie to Congress, but he's not being held accountable for it. I didn't hear any talk about the spy in the White House.
You don't listen very long, I guess. Of course, I watch Fox all the time, and I would say that the thing that differentiates the Fox coverage from all the other stations is the Fox, for better or worse, the Fox coverage does basically have people from both sides.
There are not two sides to this, Steve.
Well,
There are criminals, and then there's the American side.
That's how I feel, but I have a bias. You have no bias on this?
Of course we have a bias.
Well, okay. All right, so I'm just saying, given the fact that...
But there's not two sides to this issue. What's the other side, Steve? What is the other?
What is the other side?
Yeah, I need to have Juan Williams tell me that the president's a criminal?
Well, that's the other side.
That's a lie.
The Pelosi side.
That's a lie. We're in a banana republic right now. Okay, Bill Clinton assaulted Paula Jones physically, right? Bloodied her lip. Remember that? You know, and he was asked under oath about that during the deposition. He lied under oath. You know, Trump's done no... Suborning perjury was what he was impeached for, is my recollection. I may be wrong about that in the Paula Jones testimony. But Trump has committed no crimes. He's done nothing wrong. We have a spy inside the White House. We have, you know, some of this. Trump, you know.
That's how I see it, and that's how
there is no other side.
Well,
the other side are people that are upset they lost an election.
Yes.
And they're trying to overturn it.
Right.
And they're misusing the government's powers to impeach the president to do it.
That's the other side. The question, though, Brian, the question is, this is all in the hands of the American people.
Yeah, Steve's defending Fox, they're asking in the chat room.
We don't like to believe polls. And for the most part, we try not to be influenced.
55% of the American people support impeachment. That's the poll, isn't it? 55 or 53% of the American people.
The polls are in
lies.
Flux at the present time. So
lies.
But, well, the question is, the real question is that's going to tell us what the future of the country is going to be is, are the American people as a group over the next couple of months, are they going to buy the lies or are they not going to?
Well, that's what they're trying to do. What they're trying to do with this phony poll that the majority of the people support impeachment is to justify their coup
hang on
attempt.
1 second. I want to point out to you that there has not been a poll in the last 6 months.
They're all lies.
Well, okay, so it's not just one poll. It's a whole bunch. It's
Well,
every poll.
okay, people in the chat, okay, call in, Yes, Steve is defending Fox. Why is Steve defending? Yes, he is. Call in and confront him with it.
Is there a difference in your mind between Fox's coverage and CNN's coverage?
Well, they do have some good people on Fox. Mark Levin, Hannity, Tucker, and Laura Ingraham. So that's different. That's different.
That's a big difference, wouldn't you say?
I
can hear you. That's a big difference.
It's not all that big because it's a difference. It's a little bit of a difference, but
thank God for that difference.
No, I'm done. I don't care.
How is that different?
I don't care.
The polls.
Fox, you're defending Fox more than Mark Levin. Oh yeah, Mark Levin's more upset at Fox than you are, and he works there. The way he was with Ed Henry over the weekend, Levin with Ed Henry.
I missed that. What the hell went on?
I'll play it for you.
Oh, you got it. That's
okay.
Good.
Hold on.
Let me hear this.
I pulled it out because you told me you didn't hear it. Yeah.
What happened in the Oval Office on that call? Was it illegal or not?
Well, we know it's not illegal. What crime was violated? Can you name one?
I'm not naming them. I'm saying others have suggested.
Nobody's naming them. Hold on, Ed.
It's not about me.
It's not illegal. The question.
See how Ed Henry was getting a little scared there.
Ed is trying to.
It's not about me.
Trying to balance the programming. That's very.
There's no Steve. Go back to your stripper in Vegas, Ed Henry. How about that? Okay.
Illegal. The question is whether Biden did something illegal. The president didn't do anything illegal. You know how I know? Because Nancy Pelosi's been on every TV show and she can't cite one section of the United States Code where it's illegal. My question is, why is Joe Biden above the law? Why is his son above the law? Where is Hunter Biden today? Where's the meat? Don't they want to know? Don't they want to know if the leading contender for the Democrat nomination is a crook? And if his son is a crook? Let me tell you about our president. We've had a special counsel with 2,800 subpoenas and 500 search warrants and 500 witnesses. And Ed, 13 requests to foreign governments for evidence by Mueller. We've had 4 Democrat senators. 3 wrote a letter to Ukraine and said, you damn well better help Mueller investigate Trump. 1 pressured them the other week and said, you better not investigate Biden. We know that. What do we know about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden? 0.
So you're okay with a president asking another president to dig up dirt on a candidate? You're okay with that?
He's playing devil's advocate.
He's a former vice
Dirt on
president.
the candidate? What dirt are you talking about?
The president of the United States. I'm not saying this was illegal, but
are
I'm
you
asking
reading the same?
are you okay with a president asking his counterpart? This is simple, yes or no?
The bottom
There's
line
no.
of that is he's playing devil's advocate.
This is not a time to play devil's advocate.
I've heard him. He is.
This is not the time for that.
Pro-Trump.
I don't know.
Well, I do because I listen to the station.
I don't know.
So before you
No.
say things like that, you ought to.
This is not the time to play devil's advocate. Devil's advocate's for games and debate clubs.
Well,
this is trying to overturn an election.
And that
And
that
fix the
segment,
next one.
That segment that you just played for me was devastating against the Biden side. Devastating. I mean, you put more. What's his name in?
What? Ed Henry? I don't know what you're talking.
No.
Levin?
Levin. You put Levin in with Ed Henry or somebody like that.
Levin.
Levin comes out as just to set that up is a winner for Trump. You know that, and I know that.
No. Steve, what they're doing on Fox is conditioning the viewers, as many as they can, to think of impeachment as right, just, and popular.
The phone's working now.
They're working. Of course they're working. You're here now. They're working.
I want to hear from the audience on this. But because I tell you, our future lies in the hands of the American people.
Yeah, not being devil's advocate.
American people,
Devil's advocate is not for serious things.
If you would have told me that what's going on now could ever happen in the United States, I would have told you were crazy.
Yeah.
I would have said there's no way where the American people are much more solid than that and rational than that. They could never be hooked into this kind of thing. And now, I got to tell you the truth, I don't know.
Yeah, because the media.
Either, and that's why
the media is hooking him. I'm not scared. Trump is going to win. Well, you misunderstood what I said. I was scared. What's frightened me is how quick Fox has changed. It's disgusting. I'm disgusted. And where are the Republicans standing up? Where are the Republicans defending Trump en masse? We got Lindsey Graham, and he's doing good, but Yeah,
Republicans.
that's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's the scariest part of the whole thing.
I mean, here.
They're, for the most part, not there.
Yeah.
You got a couple of them, Lindsey Graham, and a couple of those that stand up. But by and large, they're absent. If they don't stand up, we're cooked.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know.
So do you have faith that the Republicans are going to
No,
come through in the end?
no, because because a lot of these Republicans are Paul Ryan Republicans, Mitt Romney Republicans, John McCain Republicans.
So that's the scary part.
Yeah, Paul Ryan and Mitt Romney would rather see Hillary as the president in 2020 than Trump. So
I have a feeling there are a whole bunch of Republicans out there that are like that.
But I agree with what Robert De Niro said about Fox over the weekend.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I agree with him, and I got it. I can play it. I got it here somewhere. But I agree with him. I think De Niro's right on the money with
Guy should not be president.
Not this part.
And when you say that,
the Fox part.
come after you. I remember the Tonys when he got up there and cursed. A lot of
When he says F him to Fox, I agree with De Niro about that. F him. I'm done with him. I'm sorry.
So you're siding with De Niro on that?
On his opinion of the Fox News people, I am. Now I would say he doesn't like the ones I like, and I don't like the ones in.
Between De Niro and Fox?
Very little at this point.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Anyway.
The only thing we can do to get Fox back on track is to send a message, and the only way we can do that is by not watching them and make them the number 2 cable news network.
I would like to see if our listeners, if you're making sense to our listeners, the number. And we're going to give out the number and go to the phones when we return. 1-888-GO-CANE 1. 1-888-GO-CANE, spelled K-A-N-E, followed by the number 1. 1-888-GO-CANE 1. We'll be back with your calls right after this.
I'm Janet Cimarelli, and I'm here to tell you about a new product called X39. The organic crystals in X39 bring a new level of health and vitality with energy support, sleep support, pain reduction, skin rejuvenation, and faster wound healing. Research shows the activity and production of stem cells in response to the X39 patch work with your own body's energy. X39 has the capacity to reset more than 4,000 genes to a healthier, younger state. Go to MikeX39@yahoo.com, MikeX39@yahoo.com, or call 954-347-7645, 954-347-7645.
If you suffer with diabetes, did you know there's a 25% chance that you will develop a foot ulcer at some point in your life? And
Steve
foot
Kane Show.
ulcers, when you have diabetes, can lead to severe health
They send her on.
consequences up to and including amputation. Now, Medicare recognizes the importance of preventative foot care and has provided coverage for those of you who are at-risk patients. I want to introduce you to my good friends at the Soul Authority. With the Soul Authority, at little or no cost, you can receive your very own pair of therapeutic shoes made specially for diabetics. You're probably not aware, but as a diabetic Medicare recipient, you are entitled to 1 pair of high-quality diabetic shoes with 3 custom inserts per year. These are not the ugly Frankenstein shoes. These are name-brand shoes. They're stylish. They'll provide you with the extra width and extra depth to stop diabetic foot problems before they begin. Oftentimes, amputation due to diabetes is preventable, and one of the preventable measures that is most effective...
We're lucky I got this thing figured out. You were lucky I got this problem figured out. It would have been, it was disastrous.
7060,
Yes.
online at
It was not easy to figure out.
That's THE.
I just wish it wasn't during the show when I found out about it.
Well, this is Steve King inviting you to come see the all-new Toyota of
The Venice.
Hollywood.
I was reading the chat.
Years in a row, Toyota
Nothing.
of Hollywood has been #1 in volume for Toyota sales in the southeast region of the United States. There are lots of places you can shop for a new car, but there is only one Toyota of Hollywood where you will be treated like royalty. The service you receive at Toyota Toyota of Hollywood is second to none. No high-pressure sales, no hassle, no haggling, just the best deal on the brand new Toyota of your choice. At Toyota
I didn't boot
of Hollywood,
anybody.
there is a full line of new and pre-owned Toyotas, sure to meet the needs of you and your family. I drive a Sienna van, plenty of room, not only for the kids, but for the grandkids as well. It's roomy, it's comfortable, it drives like a dream. And then there's my favorite
That's right.
model of Toyota.
Tomorrow's the first.
I've owned 3
Yes.
of them over the years, and boy, are they made to last.
Tomorrow's
That's
the first.
You take care of your Toyota, it will take care of you. Then, of course, as a starter car for the kids in college, the fabulous Corolla, the ultimate in driving efficiency, priced perfectly for that first car. When you shop at Toyota of Hollywood, make sure you ask for Steve Ostrov. That's right, he's the GM. He's a big Steve Kane fan, and he is going to give you the deal of a lifetime. The new Toyota of Hollywood, 400,000 square feet with the most gorgeous Toyota automobiles you have ever seen. Located between Sheridan Street and Hollywood Boulevard on Highway 441, open till midnight. Tell them Steve Kane sent you.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WWNN.
All right, we are back. Once again, the number, if you would like to put your 2 cents into the show, 1-888. Does everybody understand how that works?
Yeah,
1
Steve Kane
followed
Show.
by 3 8s.
Steve Kane Show.
And then 1-888 go Kane, K-A-N-E. The number 1, and you can participate.
Yes. All right, you want to take some calls?
Yes.
All right, Sandra.
Hey, Sandra.
Good morning, everyone. Now, what I noticed, they keep confusing the old prosecutor over there in the Ukraine and the new one. And when Stephen Miller was on, I don't remember who is the guy from Fox who was interviewing him. What's his name, the older guy?
Chris Wallace.
Chris Wallace.
Creep.
He's defending Biden, and he don't.
Of course, his dad's Mike Wallace from 60 Minutes. He's got that fake news in his DNA. Yeah. You know, this is what I was... Stephen Miller said this during this interview, and it's so true. Donald Trump is the whistleblower. And he's blowing the whistle on the whole swamp. Biden and all the rest. He's draining the swamp. He's the whistleblower. Did you hear, Steve? Sandra, maybe you heard this. The whistleblower, is under federal protection now.
I heard that.
No, because whistleblower.
I mean, the whole thing is so disgusting. They're lying sacks of excrement.
Yes.
Be first, and that means.
The question is, what is the public over the next week, which is crucial. Next week, this week, where are the public going to be after a week of processing this goes by?
Well,
that's my question.
Well, what I would like to see.
You got an answer?
I think they're outraged. This is what I'd like to see. I would like to see the biggest Trump rally to date in Washington. I'd like to see Rush Limbaugh take his EIB jet, fly around the country, and get all the big national conservatives, Mark Levin himself, Hannity, Candace Owens, Charlie Cook, all the big conservative names, have them have a rally with the president in front of the Capitol building about what's going on. And it'd be the largest Trump rally in the history of rallies, I promise you. And it should be done, and it should be done quick. And they should put all their egos aside about,
That's why it's probably not going to get done, because they're some more than others more concerned with their brand than they are with the welfare of the country.
And they can even bring,
Be concerned with their brand, and they're going to go under. If Trump go down, they're going after them next.
That's correct. I mean, this is not a time to be devil's advocate. This is about our freedom. Listen.
Well, but you're preaching to the converted. I agree with you in the beginning.
No, you don't agree. You're defending Fox more than Tucker Carlson.
I'm not defending Fox. I'm agreeing with you
to that guy who made the movie. They will put all of them in prison, and they will
De Niro.
put them in prison.
Let me tell you, listen. I canceled Netflix last night because of Robert De Niro. Robert De Niro, I was going to give him a pass. He's got a new movie out.
I thought you agreed with him.
I agree with F. Fox, okay? I don't agree with the parts about Trump, okay? You know, Robert De Niro has a new movie that no one will go to the movie theaters and see that Scorsese did, and it's a Netflix movie because, you know. And I was going to say, you know what? He's a creep, but you know what? I always like Robert De Niro. I'm going to watch the movie.
For 3 hours?
Yeah, but I'm canceling. I'm not going to watch the movie, and I'm canceling Netflix, and I'm doing it because of Robert De Niro. You know, screw Robert De Niro, screw Fox, screw Netflix. There's no devils. This is not time for fun and games, Steve. This really means we have. If they're successful with this, we have no democracy. Okay, we have no democracy.
That's true.
Over. Because they're going to start prosecuting Trump supporters, but they're going to...
Well, and also, no one for a long time will dare stand up and run for president who's not a part of the establishment because they see what Trump's going through. You know, this is what they did to Sarah Palin in Alaska, and they got her to resign. The Democrats were always it was smaller level because it was just Alaska, but the Democrats were constantly going after her with charges and things like this and forced her out of office, you know. And they've got this fantasy that Donald Trump is Richard Nixon and he's going to resign. Richard Nixon was involved in a criminal cover-up.
He was a crook.
Yeah, he wasn't involved in the break-in.
Use his words.
Yeah, well, our president's not a crook. Nixon was involved in putting up an illegal slush fund to keep the Watergate burglars hidden and paid off. He was committing a crime. That's why he resigned. Donald Trump has committed no crime.
He committed a whole number of crimes.
Yeah, well, Donald Trump has not committed any crimes, unless, you know, defeating Hillary's a federal offense. Maybe they consider that to be a crime.
I am?
Yes.
The thing they're trying to do is to stop Trump children from making a living outside. They're trying to say that it's a sin.
Yeah.
Doing, but they've been in business.
I mean, think about this, okay? Hunter Biden got tossed out of the Navy. What was it, for cocaine? He had some drug. He tested positive on a drug test while he was in the Navy. The Navy throws him out. A couple months later, he gets a multi-million-dollar deal with this energy company. And no one, I mean, did you, by the way, thanks, Sandra, for the call. Did you see Lindsey Graham? Listen, this was Lindsey Graham on Face the Nation yesterday. I didn't even know Face the Nation was still around, but here's Lindsey Graham on Face the Nation.
Wait a minute, let's stop right there. The whistleblower says, I have no direct knowledge, multiple White House officials told me this. Yeah. There's about a phone call. There's a disconnect. Who are these people and what are they up to? You know,
here you go.
Listen to this. Mueller wasn't a witch hunt, but this is... Salem witch trials have more due process than this. How do you know she's a witch? Somebody told me she's a witch.
What do
How
you think?
Know she's a witch?
Do you think
I read
the
articles thinking she might be a witch.
Okay, so what he's saying about Mueller is at least Mueller put out some depositions and interviewed people, and they came forward and had to come public and gave depositions.
Mueller wasn't a witch hunt.
Yeah, you know, but you're missing out on the second part, which is more relevant today, and that is, I like what he said at the end. How do you know she's a witch? Well, someone told me she's a witch. All right, well, you know, let's burn her at the stake. That's what, you know, this is worse than the witch trials. Yeah, that's, well, but which was based on a real event. Yes. You want to take another call? All right, I don't know who this is. Good morning, you're on the radio.
Yeah, hi, Brian. I was watching One American News probably Thursday, and they said that the United States and Ukraine signed a treaty where it states that the president can ask for an investigation.
Yeah, Judge Janine was talking about that over the weekend. I got that too. Let me play. I'll play it for you. This was Judge Janine Saturday. Or yeah, here she is.
By the way, since when aren't allegations of corruption worth looking into? In fact, there's a treaty between the United States and Ukraine that calls for mutual assistance in criminal matters, signed, in fact, by Bill Clinton, which allows the two countries to request and provide evidence to each other. It creates the legal underpinning to share information about corruption. Joe Biden does not get a pass because he's running for president. There is no such prophylactic because you announce for president. It doesn't give you the right to avoid questions.
Yeah, I guess that was Judge Janine. Yeah, so there you got it. Yeah, so what do you think, caller? What Judge Janine did. What do you think about this poll that says 50-some% of the American people support the impeachment of Donald Trump that Fox News is parading all the time?
I agree with you. Fox News is turning.
Yeah.
They're worthless.
Yeah. Do you think? Does it sound to you
Well,
that
meanwhile, Fox News is the one that puts Mark Levin on and puts Judge
for now,
whatever her name,
Judge Janine,
Janine.
Yeah, the 8, 9, and 10 o'clock hour, they're good.
on the
Well,
weekends?
I mean, what you're talking about is balance. So what you're
This is not a
talking
time
about-
for balance, Steve. They're taking away our democracy. You don't balance out, a
When
coup.
there's no balance, you support
One
the
side.
one that comes best, the one that comes closest.
Listen, who's a strong?
You know the trouble we'd be in? Can you really begin to comprehend the trouble we'd be in if it wasn't for Fox? With no Janine and no Mark Levin and the morning crew, which is so pro-Trump. Do you have any idea where the country would be? And you're sitting attacking the guys who are the good guys.
I don't think Fox are good guys.
8, 9, and 10, that's it. It's more anti-Trump.
Steve Gaines Show.
Well, so we better
Steve Gaines
with
Show.
him or without him?
Steve Gaines.
It's better than have the 8, 9, and 10 in them.
Yeah, that's for sure.
All right, let's take another call. Carl,
Right on the money.
yeah, Carl, you're on the radio.
Yeah, the question isn't whether Trump was trying to dig up dirt on a candidate. I mean, regardless of whether or not Biden's running for office, it was corrupt activity.
That's correct.
So I mean, just because Biden's running for president doesn't give him immunity.
Well, what gives him immunity is that
Because when they get the conservative Republicans to go along with it, that's when it's a problem.
Well, I just, the Fox they're not helping anyone by promoting the lie. I mean,
the story is not what the poll says. The story is, how does a phony poll like this make it to the mainstream media? This is not a time, you don't have a balance when there's a coup going on. Okay, well, it's time for the coup conspirators to have equal time. I mean, what is this, the fairness doctrine going on here? I mean, this is not, no. I'm sorry.
this is like like last night. New Orleans beat the Cowboys. I mean, they're taking this view of like, well, what if New Orleans had lost to the Cowboys? I mean, it's like, it's not even.
Yeah, there's certain things that are factual that you don't have both sides. Like, exactly. Like the O.J. Simpson debate, okay, during that trial, there was a debate about racist cops and planting evidence and ridiculous things like this. But, you didn't see on CNN someone say, we had callers who said this, but CNN, Fox wasn't around then, at least not like they are today, didn't have people on saying, well, yeah, he killed Ron and Nicole, but, he should be able to kill them because, white people have lynched blacks in the past. There's some things that you don't give the other side to because there is no other side in the media. They're not supposed to be doing a talk radio show and taking kooky callers. They're presenting what they're saying as news with the credibility of a news brand. And what they're doing on Fox is,
What they're doing is selective propaganda.
Mark Levin did great.
It's on both sides.
You don't think that they woke up the executives over the weekend?
I think that all these people who support the
coup, the impeachment,
whatever you want to call it, I think all of them are just as upset as we are, because they're upset that Mark Levin said. I did that, Mark Levin. Did you hear what Mark Levin said? I mean, that's outrageous.
I bet you Shepard Smith and all the rest, when that exchange happened with Mark Levin and Ed Henry, I bet you Shepard Smith and the rest of them are waking up Fox corporate executives from their weekend vacations, in the Hamptons or wherever the hell they go, and trying to get rid of Mark Levin for lashing out at Ed Henry that way. I promise. But what do you? Yeah.
And it could happen.
You can tell.
And it could happen.
You can just tell. This is like you can tell Paul Ryan's in.
Now, people have told me that Paul Ryan is on the board of Fox. Is that true?
Oh yeah.
Steve Gaines Show.
Yeah, he's on the board.
Steve Gaines Show.
Well, that tells you.
I think about that. I did not know that. I think I heard it and forgotten about it. What does that tell? It tells you Mitt Romney's has got a seat on the board.
Look, when and hopefully if the American people become really incensed, properly incensed.
I think they are, Steve.
Well,
You're not going to see it on
when
TV.
well, I don't know that they can.
I think most people feel like Levin. Most people feel like Tucker and
And
Hannity.
you know who says that? And I'd like to believe that. You know who else says that? Rush is big on that. Rush will say, you know, I can't have
Yeah.
millions of people out there steaming and
Yes.
like I am.
Yes.
It's beyond.
Well, this is what's happened, Rob. They've, yeah.
But I didn't want to lose this. You know what this whole thing reminds me of?
Mm.
Network.
Yeah.
Remember the fight between the head of the news division and the, what was it?
The nighttime show, the prime time.
Programming and the news division.
Yeah, well, what's
and the conflict between
well, this is what Shepard Smith and Chris Wallace. You know, I saw Chris Wallace on Friday with Shepard Smith. I would have thought they were lovers and that he was going to go to bed with Shepard Smith the way he was kissing up to him. I couldn't believe about a football game over the week. Listen, what's happened at Fox News is there's been a role reversal. The news division are now the editorialist, and the editorialist opinion people are now the news people. And they don't, and the news people don't realize this, but that's what's happened. It's like Freaky Friday. They've switched.
Well, I think they're
I'm sick about it. I'm sick. You know, I'll tell you, this is the first time I think ever I've been angry about something that's going on in the news, because I never take these things personally, because I figure, you know, it's out of my control. We'll do our part here on the air. But when I see what Fox News is doing, when I heard them do analysis about a President Pence stock market, you know, I wanted to just throw my phone through the TV. I was so pissed. Yeah. Well, let me tell you this. Donald Trump needs to get us, whoever his closest confidants are, about a dozen, everybody else should be sequestered somewhere and investigated.
As we speak, this is what's going on.
Yeah, and Donald Trump.
Of course, I mean, the Twitter is obviously a powerful response.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that Trump is thinking of very little else now, other than how to balance out the thinking of the American people.
Yeah.
And get them in touch with reality. And you know something? This is where my old-fashioned
Yeah.
comes in Donald Trump. This is the biggest test
Yeah.
of my, let me talk on a personal level. This is the
Thanks for
biggest
calling.
test of my faith that I've ever had with him. This is the crisis of crises. And I firmly believe deep in my soul that he is going to emerge from this triumphant. There's no question of that in my mind. I could prove to be wrong, but based on the fact that I don't see a lot of anti-Trump people waiting on the phones to straighten me out, that makes me think I'm right. We'll be back right after this.
Stop paying an outrageous fortune for your tires. Go easy on your budget and buy your tires at Friendly Tire of Margate, where they have all the major name brand tires like Goodyear and Firestone at discount prices that absolutely can't be beaten. Steve Kane's tires for his Sienna van at the other tire shops, $175 a tire. At Friendly Tire, just $75 a tire. Tires for my daughter Emily's car, $135 at the tire shops around town. Friendly Tire, only $65. That's more than a 50% savings. Those prices are out the door and on the road. Free mounting and balancing and no added charges. Friendly Tire have a great selection of used tires too at $30 for most sizes. Call my good buddy Mike at Friendly Tire. Tell him what you drive and he will give you a great low price right over the phone. 954-977-9445. 954-977-9445. Online, friendlytire.net.
This is Lori Kane, and I want to tell you about Brighton Dental Care. I just had a lot of work done, and I avoided going to the dentist for a lot of years because I was afraid of the cost. But I went to Brighton Dental for my free consultation, which, by the way, he offers to all Steve Kane listeners. I had 2 cavities, I needed a crown on top and a crown on the bottom. If I were a horse, they would have put me down. So I scheduled my appointment for the next Saturday because Brighton Dental has Saturday appointments available, and they saved me a ton of money, and I will be a patient for life. Don't let cost
Oh,
stop
boy.
you from taking care of your teeth. Brighton Dental gives Steve Kane listeners incredible discounts on all dental procedures, just like they gave me. Prices are so reasonable, you don't have to worry about the cost. So call Brighton Dental today at 954-922-4633. That's 954-922-4633. You can
Well, thanks
visit
for
them
watching.
at brightonddental.com and tell them Lori Kane sent you.
The Steve Kane Show is brought to you by Attorney Barry Siegel at the Siegel Law Group. Avoid
goodness.
probate with a revocable living trust. $350 for single people, $450 for married couples. When you complete your trust with Attorney Barry Siegel, he will give you a $100 gift certificate to Tavolino Italian Restaurant in Coral Springs. The Siegel Law Group, with 9 offices in South Florida, including Boca Raton, Plantation, and Coral Springs. Call 1-855-FLA-3782.
Listen to The Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WWN.
Oh, man.
All right, we are back. I got a question. No,
Yeah.
this is not for you.
Okay.
Because you'll know the answer.
I won't answer it.
But from a listener out there, give me a call. What is the difference? Everybody keeps referring to this as a coup, right? And I've been in my notes, which that I write down to remember things. In my notes, I'm always referring it as look here. I'm referring to it as a cabal. What's the difference between a cabal and a coup? Okay, Brian knows what he did.
Somebody will figure it out. I got to give an update because there was a lot went into this on Friday. The Steve Kane Cruise is right around the corner. We leave Friday, November 8th for 6 days, right? And, of course, on the Celebrity Silhouette out of Fort Lauderdale, Cayman Islands, Cozumel, and Costa Maya are our stops. Great activities. I've been working on the seating assignments for dinner, okay? And you and I, we have a table of 12. Biggest table in the dining room. We're like I call it the captain's table. And Dr. Lemaski is sitting at our table.
Yes.
So you got your wish on
her
that
son,
one.
don't forget
Yeah, her son will be there, and you and me and my daughter and some others.
This is my first chance to meet Alon.
Yeah, so we've got a table of 12 for us, and I've been doing the seating arrangements. But I got to tell you, there's a couple spots left. If you'd like to join us on this incredible Steve Kane cruise, you are very much invited. All of you are invited except Al the John. Al the John is not invited and is not welcome in our group. Yeah. But give Ian a call at 561-244-5779. 561-244-5779 and join us, and we're going to have a great time. We leave on Friday, November 8th out of Fort Lauderdale, and let me tell you, this is our biggest Steve Kane cruise to date. You're going to love it. I just am sickened by what's going on here. It's just sickening. Did you hear Trump has a commercial? Did you hear the Trump TV spot? Trump has a TV spot about Biden. Listen.
Joe Biden promised Ukraine $1 billion if they fired the prosecutor investigating his son's company.
If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. You're fired.
But when President Trump asks Ukraine to investigate corruption, the Democrats want to impeach him, and their media lapdogs fall in line. They lost the election. Now they want to steal this one. Don't let them.
I'm Donald Trump, and I approve this message.
Wow.
So, he's fighting back.
Wow.
Yeah.
That says it all.
Well, this is what they're not used to on the left, is someone fighting back. He's not a quitter.
No.
I mean, that's not typical.
I think they may have figured that out by now.
You think? I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what they were thinking because, what they did with the whistleblower, getting a CIA guy to be the whistleblower didn't seem to me to be a smart move. And to me, that shows me that they don't have really a lot of numbers. If they had more people, the CIA guy would not have been the first pick.
After they appointed him, or they chose him,
Yeah.
They figured out that he wouldn't hold up under fire, so now they're trying to bury him so that...
Under witness protection.
So they won't embarrass him.
Well, the protection, what they said was this. The whistleblower is under federal protection to protect their identity. Because someone... I don't know who's done this, but someone has offered a $50,000 reward for their identity. And if they had a large, you were talking about the difference between coup and cabal. The cabal is a smaller group of people that are pushing an agenda.
Coup is bigger.
Yeah, coup is like almost like official. You have officials; it's a larger thing. It's
So
going to have.
is this a coup or a cabal? Or is it a cabal?
To me, using the CIA agent as a whistleblower tells me that they have a small group, that they don't have a lot of numbers, because they would much rather. I mean, the CIA guy being the whistleblower does take a lot of credibility away from the complaint.
And I can promise
People don't like that.
I can promise you that when all the truth eventually gets out, which it will, truth will out, we're going to find this is the same group that was involved with Comey and who was the...
Brennan.
Brennan and that bunch of rogues. Same bunch.
Yes.
Same bunch. CIA, intelligence people, run amok, trying to spy on us rather than our enemies. And
Did you Barney Frank was on Bill Maher?
oh my lord!
And I'd forgotten about Barney Frank. He used to be in Congress. He looks the same. He still has no teeth, and he's still gay. I miss Barney Frank. Remember when his boyfriend was running a prostitution ring out of his house or something? It was, But anyway,
That was fun.
yeah, those were good days. So here's Barney Frank, who's well, listen to this. This speaks for itself. This is on Bill Maher over the weekend.
But now we got him for extortion and being an accessory, I believe, to murder.
Okay. He's talking about President Trump. Yeah, he's going to explain. Yeah. I stopped it before I play the rest because I knew that would take you back. Barney Frank said that he is an accessory to murder President Trump. He's going to explain.
But now we got him for extortion and being an accessory, I believe, to murder. I mean, let's be clear. Yeah. Murder by the Russians of Ukrainians. We forget what the context is.
What station?
The Russians...
HBO. Listen.
His friend Putin are invading a peaceful democratic country. Congress voted to give weapons to that country to defend itself against an attack. He was withholding those until he got threatened by Lindsey Graham. That was too much even for him. But what he was saying basically he was delaying the self-defense weapons that Ukraine needed.
So that makes him a party to murder of Ukrainians.
I get it.
Wow. I mean, Barney Frank. I forgot about Barney Frank.
Remember his nickname?
Yes. You don't want to say, you want me to say it for you?
No, not necessary.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you guys what.
I don't want to divert the energy of the discussion.
Go online and search what did Dick Armey mistakenly call Barney Frank on the floor of Congress. It was pretty funny. But, come on. I mean, this is really beyond imagination, but we got a break.
Let's take the break. Oh, you know what else? I'm dying to find out how the
You'll find out in a
precious
minute.
metals markets are affected by all this going on. What is it that
You'll find out in 2 minutes.
when things get uncertain and insecure, that's when people find a haven in the precious metals? We'll see if that little rule applies today. We'll be back with William Youngerman and the Gold Report after these words.
Hey guys, Brian here. Are you 30 years of age or older? If you are, you have low T. That's low testosterone. Don't worry, nothing's wrong with you. We all have low T. It's part of the aging process. That's why you get more tired than you used to. You want to take naps. The heat bothers you more than it did. And your sex life, well, I don't have to tell you about that, do I? Life doesn't have to be that way, though. Call my anti-aging doctor, Dr. Mitch Matez, at 561-953-5490. Talk to him about hormone replacement therapy. Hormone replacement therapy will give you your energy back. You're going to feel better. You're going to be more productive. And your sex life and sex drive will be back like it was when you were 25. It's a free consultation with Dr. Matez, but you have to tell him you heard about him on the radio. 561-953-5490. 561-953-5490. Online, hormonetherapybocaratone.com.
This is Steve Kane with an incredible special from our friends at Brighton Dental. 8 Emax veneers at Brighton Dental, just $49.99. All the other dentists in town charge
Hey there.
$10,000 for the exact same veneers. 10 Emax veneers, $59.99 at Brighton Dental. These are the very same veneers that other dentists in town are charging $12,000 for. Get the Hollywood smile you have always dreamed of. Call Brighton Dental at 954-922-4633.
Listen to the Steve Kane Show on iHeartRadio. Just search for WWNN.
All right, the moment has come for the Gold Report, brought to you by William Youngerman of William Youngerman Inc. William, of course, appears each weekday at this time on the Steve Kane Show to let you know how the metals have closed, what's happened to the prices over the weekend, and how they're opening this morning. William is, of course, one of the world's leading authorities on the precious metals. And those of you who have followed him over a period of time, I think William has been a sponsor 16 years on the Steve Kane Show. But who's counting? Those of you who followed his advice, as I have, I'm sure are pretty happy about it. So to see how things look this morning. William, how are you?
Great, Steve. How you doing?
I'm doing well, and I hope gold's doing as well as I am.
Well, gold's given us that great buying opportunity we often look for when we pull back, and so that's what we're seeing today. In light of the very strong U.S. dollar that we've seen over the last week. Last week we saw gold trade down to the support areas of around 1485 and then go up to about 1520, closing out the week at 1495.90. Silver did similar with getting up above 18 and then pulling all the way back and closing out the week at $17.50 the ounce. Platinum held around $928. Palladium, the only one that just seems to continue to go higher, is was closed out the week at $16.62. This morning we see similar action lower on the gold metal, getting down to $1,480, which is the lowest we've seen in quite a while. And then coming back up towards that support level. We'll see how that holds today. Right now, gold $1,484 the ounce, down about $12 from Friday's close. Silver down 30 cents at $17.20. Platinum down $28 at $900. Great buying opportunity there on the pullback on platinum. And palladium, again, bucking that trend up another $10 at a record high of $1,672. So again, watch the dollar. The U.S. dollar has got to give some kind of a break in this surge that we've seen, hitting probably the highest it's been in 2-3 years. So that starts falling down, then we could see a good move in gold. But as long as gold holds around this 1480-85 level, we should be looking at it as still a great buying opportunity.
Well, there you have it. Strike while the iron is hot. That's what William is always telling us, buy on the pullbacks, and this is obviously a pullback. Your chance to increase your holdings in any of the precious metals, and by the way, whether you're buying or selling, because William is also involved in creating a market in gold, and if you have anything of precious value, silver candlesticks, or all kinds of things that's made of precious metals, and you want to turn it into cash, just bring it right into William Youngerman. Tell them how it works, William.
Yes, for over 50 years we've made great two-way markets in all of the precious metals in all forms, from jewelry to silverware sets, and of course all the coins, rare coins, precious metals, and even old currency, pocket watches, Rolex watches. We buy and sell it all, and we pay top dollars, and you can bring it in. Just tell us you're a Steve Kane listener. We'll give you a free appraisal on anything you have, and if you decide to sell it, we can give you the cash on the spot. So
there you go. They always take extra good care of Steve Kane listeners. In fact, William will be there, or if William is not available, you can always get John and David. They are very helpful for Steve Kane listeners. Located at 150 East Palmetto Park Road in Boca, that's the Bank of America building on the first floor. You can reach William by phone at 1-800-327-5010 or go to the website at williamyoungerman.com. William, great talking to you. We'll check in tomorrow.
Okay, have a great day. Bye.
You too.
Oh man, I wish that cruise was this weekend because I'm gonna have a stroke. I'm getting so aggravated. I'm going to have a stroke. This is, well, Steve, they're trying to remove the president of the United States from office.
But they're not they're against Trump.
I'm going to go get some of that legalized
Has anyone-
marijuana. That's what I'm going to do.
Has anyone ever beat Trump?
Oh, I'm not saying that he's going to lose. He's going to win, but it's this is not fun. This is not fun.
Well, I tend to agree with you, but it will be before very long. Because I would say you'll see in the next week or two, you're going to see a big turnaround in the dynamic. I mean, I base that simply on my faith in Donald Trump.
Well, yeah, but it's still going to be a rough. This is a time, though. A lot of people say, "Well, you're watching Fox News." Too. I have to watch all of this garbage for my job. I can't go on a news blackout like other people can do. If I don't watch Fox and CNN and MSNBC, I can't do my job. I got to know what these creeps are doing.
It'll be good, and it's not going to take that long. I don't think. I think you're going to see a turn in the tide pretty quick. Do you think he's obviously going to do an appearance somewhere in the country?
This is beyond a rally. It's not. I told you, we need to have the mother of all rallies in
They're
Washington.
not going to do that because there's too much ego on the part of the top guys that don't want to share the fame. Sad but true.
So Rush doesn't want to share the stage with Hannity and Levin and Candace Owens.
Rush is in fact the only one. The only one who can really organize this.
Yes.
Rush put his shoulder to the wheel.
And offered the EIB jet.
Yes.
To ferry them all there.
Yes.
As one group arriving together.
Right, and he could take his. I'd rather see him take his publicity from something like that
Instead of the Betsy Ross shirt.
Betsy Ross shirts that I have to listen to.
Yeah.
As soon as I hear Betsy Ross, man, my finger hits that button so fast that maybe it hits.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, once was okay, twice was okay, but
Yeah.
just could be much more productive to take the lead in saving our wonderful press.
Well, we're all out of time.
Is that it?
That's it.
Time flies. We're having fun. We thank you all for joining us. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Be there or be square. Until then, I'm Steve Kane. You know who Brian is. And we'll see you in 24 hours. God bless America.
All right. All right, guys, on YouTube. See you later.